Yo, 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 welcome to Audio Addiction. It is your boy, Brandon. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling tonight. As promised, we are delving into 21, um, one of the more infamous K-pop groups of all time, I'd argue. And it feels like a long time coming to talk about 21 because, well, they're so iconic, you know? So, very excited to get into their discography. Like I said, I don't really have too much familiarity with 21 other than the fact that I've heard some covers of 21 songs and some CL stuff. So, very excited. If you are new and you're checking this out on Twitch or you're watching this on YouTube, hello. We stream these on Twitch. So come hang out, come join, go give a follow. Would love to see you in chat. I feel like I get way too many comments about people finding out about groups that we cover. So would love to see you in chat. So come hang out, do the damn thing, and show up. Would love to see it. But yeah, we're doing 21. We are also again doing Nizu on Monday and Wednesday. I will be posting Gunky's thing for obviously who are deep diving. So it will be in the playlist making tab. Again, also a plug to go check out our Discord. That is where most of the people that you see here in chat go and hang out. So please, if you want to be a part of the community, it'd be great to have you. Great to see you a part of the team, and I would love to see you. So, thank you, appreciate it. Hello, Gunky. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Kaylee. His Unhi, Connie. Thanks for all hanging. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, we're doing 21. Very stoked. Very excited. But yeah. Also big salutes to No Santa and as well as Kaylee, or whoever took a look over the playlist. Certainly have no clue on what songs are title tracks and which aren't. So very excited. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. We are of course moving along with the playlist here. I got to pull it up. Unfortunately, I did not do that, or I did do it, but I didn't change screens. We have Fire, I Don't Care, Follow Me, Clap Your Hands, Go Away, Can't Nobody, It Hurts, Don't Stop the Music, Lonely, I Am the Best, Hate You, Ugly, these are nuts. I Love You, Falling in Love, Do You Love Me, Missing You, Happy, Come Back Home, Gotta Be You, and then we are finishing out with Goodbye. So feels fitting. But we've got 20 videos. I am almost assured that we will get through all 20 videos tonight. So very excited. Gunky says the Nizu playlist is a work in progress, so please give me feedback when he posts it in Discord. It is currently at 37 videos. Oh shit. Hype. Yeah, we love to see it. Thank you, Uni. Kaylee says, of course. Thank you, Kaylee, of course. Gunky says, wait, did we go from Hate You, Ugly, and then that I Love? That's what it. Hey, listen. It's got I Am the Best, Hate You, Ugly, and I Love You are the three. the three. That's wild. What a turn of events. But very excited. Yeah, what a lineup of songs. But very cool, very cool. We're gonna, like I said, do our best to get through all of this tonight. So we are starting off with Fire, street version. I don't know if there's another version. Also, I think the only familiarity that I have with 21 was that I know CL is in this group because we've done, I think it was Hello Bitches. So, Kaylee says debuted in 2009. Okay. If any of y'all have some information on 21 that I don't know, please do that. Biscuit, hello. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for joining. Appreciate y'all. Sarah says you heard their collab track Lollipop with Big Bang. I do remember that. That was good. All right. So Kaylee says members are Bohm, Dara, CL, and Minzy. Okay. CL, I remember being the rapper because, like I said, I remember us listening to one of her solo songs. So very nice. All right, I'm sure I'll learn more about them as the songs go along. But I am curious. For those in chat, obviously y'all are familiar with 21. Let me know when you came into 21. I'm very curious. So, Gungi says, Didn't Alex want you to do this group? Yeah, I think we were planning on doing it at some point. And I knew they were coming back, so I don't know. Sarah says Dara now goes by Sandara Park and does a lot of hosting gigs. Okay, very nice. Kaylee says I don't know a ton of info, but I'll try. Hey, listen, if you can try, that's all I can expect from chat. So very nice. Well, let's get into the first one. This one's fire. So.
I go by the name of CL of 21. It's been a long time coming, but we here now. And we about to set the roof on fire, baby. Uh-oh. You better get yours, cause I'm getting mine.
Oh, that's cool. Nice. Nice. All right. That was 21's Fire. If you're hanging out for the 21 deep dive, appreciate y'all. So, very interesting. This was cool. I like this. Obviously I feel like it shows its age a little bit, but is it still iconic? I would argue it is still very iconic. This to me, song wise, again, I don't have the I guess I don't have the nostalgia classics on for this because it wasn't something that I listened to at the time, but um I feel like it still is good. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously it is like very of the time, but I still think that it still has I still think it has like a classic aura to it, you know what I mean? So I really like that a lot. Um I also really love that intro. That intro is so cool the way that they kind of brought it in. I'm pretty sure the beginning was done by CL if I'm not mistaken. It sounds like her voice, so that's why I kind of just assumed it probably was her. Um but this was really good. I genuinely think I genuinely thought I wasn't gonna. I don't know. I'm kind of hit or miss on like older groups, but I do feel like a lot of but I do feel like I've come back on a lot of groups that I feel like are in like the second gen category, and I'm like, man, you know what? They really did pave the way for like a lot of the groups that are out now. So I feel like in that capacity, like I don't want to feel like I'm giving it higher bumps and points in mentally because it is pulling from like there's a lot of influence that the 21 has had over girls groups as well as guys groups in K-pop, um but I thought this was great. I think it's got great energy to it. I think they all individually bring their own sort of like sense of flair to it, which I really like. And I imagine only as the songs kind of progress that they'll be able to kind of push that metric a little bit more in my head. Um, I also liked. I don't know which member had the like hat, the backwards hat. Um, Whoever she was. I thought they used her like I'm trying to find her in the MV here, but she like they like used her like vocals with like auto tune in such an interesting way. Like obviously in a more melodic capacity, she wasn't really doing a lot of rap. If I'm not mistaken, if I had to guess, obviously I think this might be CL, and then I don't know if they had like two rappers, but I would consider also her to be a rapper in this song. I like their synergy. I thought it was really, really good. It seems like she's doing most of like the singing and vocals. CL does some too as well, from what I could listen out on. But okay, so Sarah says from left to right, it's Minzy, Dara, CL, and Park Bohm. Okay, Park Bohm's great. I think she's got. I'm excited to see how she'll progress. Obviously, she's got fantastic vocals, but very excited to see that. But Dara, I thought was very interesting as well. Um, like I think they put like a really interesting like auto tune like stylization to her voice. So I'm hoping that again they're able to I don't know, I guess best serve her in future songs. So I don't want to feel like I'm giving her a knock for that, but really enjoyed the first two in the front. I think like I said, I feel like Minzy and CL probably are my like the ones that I'm leaning more towards, but hey, it do be what it do be. But yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I think this aged very well. I know sometimes second gen groups can be a little in that like campy category, but I feel like this one still hits. And I don't know if they still perform fire or not, but this was giving me like live energy like performance. You know what I mean? Like this is the one that like I feel like they would start the show off with and like build up that energy. You know what I mean? It's got that like live show energy to it. You know what I mean? Lots of crowd engagement, lots of jumping. Like that was what my mindset was going towards with this song. But yeah, overall, I thought it was good. I thought it was very good. So uh, let's see. Gunky says you can tell that this is a you can tell this is a YG group, 100%. His says this still hits different to this day. Hey, that's fair. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. You have to clarify. Kaylee says the MV did have two versions, Street and Space. I just picked the more watched one. The other one still has 55 million views. Holy shit. No Santa, hello, thanks for hanging. Gunky says that oh, Connie says that they still perform this live. Oh wow. Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say this one got the crowd engagement. I'm about it. Gunky says, I'm pretty sure I won't be a fan of their discography, but I hope I'm wrong. I only know a couple of their songs, so most of these songs will be new to me. Ooh, okay. And his says, definitely a good thing. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I had a feeling, but I never like to assume. So very nice, very nice. All right, we will keep it a moving. The next one we got on the playlist is I Don't Care. So let us rock.
여보세요? 여보세요? 너 지금 뭐해? 너 어디야? 못 온다고? 지금 음악 소리 나는데? 옆에 누구야? 여보세요? 여보세요? 야! 야!
Hey Playboy, it's about time and your time's up. I had to do this one for my girls, you know. Sometimes you gotta act like you don't care. That's the only way we boys learn.
That's her hair. Thanks for stopping by, Jazz. Hopefully everything's well.
있을 때 잘하지 너 왜 이제 와 매달리니 속아준 거짓말만 해도 수백 번 오늘 이후로 나 남자 울리는 bad girl 이제 눈물 한 방울 없이 널 비웃어 사랑이란 게임 속 loser 무릎 꿇고 잘못을 뉘우쳐 아니 눈앞에서 당장 꺼져 Now clap your hands to this I don't care 그만할래 네가 어디에서 뭘 하던 이젠 정말 상관 안 I don't care 그만할래 네가 어디에서 뭘 하던 이젠 정말 상관 안 할게 비켜줄래 이제와
Oh, very nice. All right. This was 21's I Don't Care. Um his says this song is way better. This song is way more Minzy heavy than I remember it being. Kaylee says this song, Fire and Lollipop, were on their debut album, released as 3 singles first, then with the album. Okay, thank you, Kaylee. Gunky says, really, my only complaint is the chorus feels a little too repetitive. I would give this song a 7 out of 10. His says blooper reel in an MV feels like a lost art. I was gonna say I love blooper reels and MVs. I'll take that all day, every day. Kaylee says this song won Song of the Year at Mnet Asian Music Awards, Cry World Digital Music Awards, GQ Art Awards, what the fuck, and Melon Music Awards. Okay, this song is truly a classic, is what Sarah says. I thought this was also very good. This is definitely like again, I'm sure we're gonna get into. We might no, we didn't get into Lollipop. I don't know if this is that's on the playlist, but so I have to check that one out in my free time. But I felt like this one was good as well. I kind of agree with Ganki's sentiments on the chorus feeling a little repetitive, but you know, I don't expect them to be again. Oh yeah, we heard Lollipop with Big Bang. Never mind. Sorry. I'm losing my mind here tonight. That was also good. Sorry. Having a brain rot moment here. But I thought this was also very good. I think like the three songs that we've listened to, or at least that my familiarity is with 21, I think all of them have been a little bit different. This one I feel like comparatively maybe to the other two is a little bit more subdued. Like, you know, it's more chill. I think also as well it shows off a lot of the members in a different light that I feel like maybe some of the other songs didn't. Like there's a lot more Park Bohm. I think Minzy definitely got, I would agree with Minzy definitely got a ton of like spotlight. But I also feel like Dara and CL also did too. Like I don't feel like the song feels slighted in, you know, I don't feel like it's skewed in one way or the other. Like there is just a good amount of all of them to kind of fill out the song, which is great because I feel like sometimes we talk about how, you know, again, members don't get some like lines and stuff, but I feel like in this case, you know, obviously when you have 4 members, it's a little bit easier for that to get broken up. But I felt like this was a nice kind of a departure from what I feel like I've heard from 21 thus far, and kind of turns a different like page over in terms of like different sounds. Like I really like that. I really liked like Park Bohm's vocals. That was the one I was kind of fixating on a little bit more. She's got a really fun tone. It's very like soft, but I think she's able to deliver it in such an interesting way. So I'm curious how, like, as the songs probably get a little bit more chaotic, I'm curious how they're gonna kind of fit her into the molds of this. But yeah, I feel like everyone had kind of a commanding moment in their portion of the song, which is always lovely to see. And it didn't feel like, again, it was focused on one individual member. I think they all kind of had like a good bit of moment in the sun to some degree. But yeah, overall, I like this. Like I said, it's nothing like, I don't feel like it's anything like out there crazy, but I think like I could tell that this one just has like a memorability to it, you know, that I really appreciate. So very cool. Kaylee says it's okay. It's not like we didn't just start. Oh man, yeah, that's usually happens later on in the streams. That's true. I'm starting it early tonight, but very nice. Like I said, solid song. Excited to get into more of the insanity that is 21. So we are gonna keep it moving. The next one is Follow Me. So let's go.
21, 2010, 201. You know how we do it. If you ain't know, now you know. Let me shoot some real quick. Follow me. 맘대로 자 움직여봐 거칠게 달려보자 feels good tonight 더 빨리 갈 테니 절대 눈 감지 마 I got the bang bang if you know what I mean it goes bang bang you can't handle it 하하하 재밌는 girl say la 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 난 특별한 girl call me M-I-N-Z-Y M-I-N-Z-Y yes 자빠져봐 let's go 눈치 따윈 제발 그만 보고 너를 보여봐 네가 원하던 거잖아 step by step 절대로 멈추지 마 다같이 나를 보자 up in the sky 더 높이 갈 테니 정신을 붙잡아 I got the bang bang if you know what I mean it goes bang 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 하하하 재밌는 girl say la 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 난 특별한 girl call me M-I-N-Z-Y M-I-N-Z-Y yes 자빠져봐 let's go
Huh.
You got me feeling like come again you got me feeling like come again 이렇게
I, very interesting. All right, this was 21's Follow Me. If you're hanging, if you're chilling, thanks for hanging and chilling. Um, man, I'm confused. I'm very like. Okay, let me see if I can collect my thoughts on this one because I think thus far, this is the most confusing of the songs. So I'm just kind of like in a gray area somewhere. I think it's interesting. Like I think the like structure, the arrangement is very interesting. It's like I feel like a lot of it is pulling on kind of like the low end of the song. Like a lot of it has like those again those big like drums and like kind of has more of that like larger than life sort of feel. A lot of the synths are like much higher in the mix, and then like the bass kind of is in obviously in that low end area. But I feel like there's something in that mid range that's just missing in the song, and maybe that's just why I can't kind of put my finger on it. Because vocally, like their voices aren't hitting in that mid range. Their voice is probably hitting more in terms of like treble, and then if we're even factoring in like the like auto tune that they're using on their vocals, like that is again kind of pitching their sound more up into that sort of treble sound. So I feel like there's kind of like a mid range that just isn't there, which is again probably why I'm a little bit confused on the song. I think like again the structure of it is interesting for some reason, and I don't know why, but my brain was thinking in the chorus, like how they had the synth texture like laid out in the middle of the song, in that chorus. For whatever reason, it just reminds me of like the battle sequence that you hear in like old like Pokemon like games. Like I'm talking like red, blue, yellow, or like gold and silver or crystal, kind of like chip tuney. And so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like this melody sounds familiar. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but like in my head, that's kind of where I was like placing the melody choice at, and that was interesting. So I felt conflicted because I love like obviously old video game sounds and like music. So I think to me it was like interesting in that aspect. Um, I think vocally, obviously, they gave a lot of like liberties to each member, and they all had their kind of moment in the sun. Um, but I don't know. I just kind of feel like very, very middle of the road. Like, it isn't like I like don't really have, I don't really have any like extraneous thoughts other than like what's going on, you know. So I don't know. And also for the fact that they announced at the beginning that this is like 2010, 21, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that's like almost 15 years old. That's nuts." So, um yeah, I don't know. I I'm a little lost right now if I'm being honest. So, I'm sure there are some very 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 iconic songs from them, that is no doubt, but this early stuff is very interesting. Maybe they're just trying to find their footing or something, but no hate, no hate. Let's see what we got here. His says this song goes crazy in concert too, which is crazy because it's on the low end of songs I like by them. Okay, very nice. No Santa says I may have nostalgia for this gen, but they can keep the fashion. And then Sarah says that polka dot wig kind of ate, not gonna lie. And then his answer, no Santa, saying seriously, but 21 was one of the more extreme examples. That's fair. Sarah says, I am so confused about every single choice made in this song. And then Gongi says, I feel like you could insert any YG group into this MV and they would just fit. Fair. I feel like I could probably, I guess more like older school, like YG groups. Yeah, I could see it. Gongi says, honestly, I don't know how to feel about the song at all. I don't think it's a good thing either. And the Sister Twin says, hi all. I am late. It's all right. Thanks for hanging. I love 21 songs. One of my first K-pop groups. Okay, well, you're gonna have to, if you've got the knowledge, the Sister Twin, you're gonna have to pass it off to chat and myself. So appreciate it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of mixed on this one. It's not like I'm not like, normally there's stuff that I don't like about songs, but I feel like, or there are things that I would admit that I don't like about songs. There isn't anything that I like. I don't know. There isn't anything that kind of sticks out to me that I didn't like, but there isn't anything that I'm like, oh yeah, you know, this is like sick. So, Uni says this one and the last one are both not for me. Hey, you know what? That's fine. I feel like, again, we're getting into, I feel like we're rolling the ball down the hill, you know, so I'm really hoping we get some good. I'm really hoping for the iconicness to come through. You know what I mean? There's such a prevalent name in K-pop that, you know, I don't want to count the chickens before they hatch, but I feel like we've got probably some good ones in the works. But we are going to keep it moving. Clap Your Hands is next. The Sister Twin says it gets better. They take this sound and refine it. Ooh, okay. I like the preface. I appreciate that. So let's clap your hands. I'm curious who's doing those vocal ad-libs from the guys. I want to guess it's Big Bang, but not 100% sure. Oh, okay. Thank you, Hiz. Okay. I love that air horn. All right. Very nice. This was 21's Clap Your Hands. If you're hanging out tonight, thanks for hanging. I like this one. I genuinely thought this one was really solid. I think the production styling was a lot better. I think they did a great job of, like, again, as I mentioned before, I feel like they do a really good job of representing each member of the group. But I got to give a shout out to CL. I feel like CL, if I'm not mistaken, CL was like the one in this first part of the bridge here with the like blondish hair. Um, but yeah, no, I thought this was really good. Like, I think the production stylist was a lot better. Like, I like the different like I loved like the different ways that they kind of layered out the vocals a little bit more. I think that there's a lot more production styling on this song than I feel like thus far in terms of what we've heard. Um, which I think is nice. Um, as well as that, like, that chorus is really fun. Like, again, I feel like thus far I've noticed kind of a through line with 21 songs where all of them seem like, maybe excluding I Don't Care. I would say maybe that's the only one that I would say. But the other three songs that we've listened to so far feel like one of those songs that you have to hear a performance of live. Like, I don't know if, again, how many of these songs did they perform in their, normal discography for their set list, but like each one of these songs feels very like this needs to be played to a bunch of people and everybody's going to be vibing. So this one I feel very in a very similar camp. I also liked the different vocals in this. I think his says that it's either Top or Teddy more than likely. I thought that was a nice addition. I think that again offsets how their voices sound, and I think it offers this really interesting contrast that I like. I don't know if this is the only time that they'll wind up using it, but I do think that juxtaposition is really nice. That bridge was really sick. I really enjoyed the bridge a lot, despite the air horns. I thought it was very nice. But yeah, musicality wise, I was a little shocked. I was a little shocked at how much I enjoyed this one. This one was very good. And I feel like, again, we're keeping the train a moving. So I'm feeling good. No Santa says I don't miss MV boxes either. Gunky says, shockingly, I actually like this one, especially considering this is the type of song I don't usually like. But they seriously need to get rid of the air horns. No Santa says we'll eventually get to a group that has a literal gamer air horn in their chorus. That's true. That's true. That's true. And his says gunky air horns give it and then put flavor. I love that. That is true. I like I said, I could be a hater, but it's not. I argue there's far worse, you know. But Kaylee says or Kush, he composed the song too. Ooh, okay. Appreciate the commentary on that, Kaylee. Very nice. And then Gungi says I'll find songs that I'll enjoy. Noah Santa says if my memory serves me, back at the start of 2 CD gen, you'd only really have had really cute or sexy groups. Sounds like 21 or FX took some time to refine. Hey, that's fair. That wasn't a hypothetical. I was gonna say, I would imagine I would imagine it's either that or like somebody would put like a Fortnite emote in their song or something. You know, I wouldn't even be surprised. So, anyway, we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we have is "Go Away." So, check it out.
야, 내가 미쳤냐? 내가 너 계속 만날 줄 알았어? 착각하지 마. 주제를 좀 알아. 나도 이제 폼 좀 나게 살자. 내가 진짜 경고하는데 너나 건들지 마. 그땐 진짜 죽여버릴 테니까.
너무 치사하잖아 너답지 못하잖아 지금 적응이 안돼 어지러워 왜 누가 누구랑 헤어져 네가 나랑 헤어져 잘 생각하고 말해
Nope. I was gonna try to see if there was any.
다니던 남자 참 괜찮았던 남자 난 너 하나 때문에 다 보냈는데 누가 누구랑 헤어져 네가 나랑 헤어져 나 없이 잘 살아봐
Oh no, they cursed!
아 진짜.
야, 그래도 내가 준 옷은 있냐?
쳐가지고 내가 어디로 찾아? 그만하자고 하면 그만해! 그만! 해!
Wait, were they in the fucking road? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh my god. All right. This is 21's Go Away. Oh my god. What the what? I no Santa's like, "Oh no, anyways." Um oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, this I'm not gonna lie. This MV went from like 2 to like a fucking 20, like by the end of it. Holy shit! Oh my god. I was gonna say that's how you end an MV. Holy shit! All right. Well, this is 21's Go Away. Um, this is good. I like this one a lot. Actually, I was a little surprised. Like I said, the ending got me going. But I think like the actual song was really good. I definitely like enjoyed this one a lot. I think vocally this was really good. That chorus is super solid, really catchy. Um, but I also think like rap wise, like this was also really good. Like I felt like the verses like flowed pretty well. Um, Obviously the storyline was insane. Probably I would say this is probably amongst the craziest MVs I think I've seen doing this. Um, and I think just because, like, again, I just imagine people watching this and just like being so shocked. Um, I was also surprised as well, like, um, I was kind of surprised that this one again was like that they cursed. Not like I obviously made the joke of like, oh my god, I can't believe she cursed. That's crazy. But like I feel like K-pop genuinely doesn't normally have a lot of doesn't normally have cursing in it typically. So I think that to me was just more so a shock of like not that I am unfamiliar of hearing cursing. I curse all the time on doing this, but I think I'm just genuinely shocked that like so early on like in their career that they were doing that. So um Brandon cursing? Never knew that. Yep. Would have never guessed. Um, Kaylee says, you thought I was hanging, lyrics where you thought it hanging on. It's disgusting. Don't understand. I meet someone so much better. I'll make you regret it all. Oh my God. That's crazy. Listen, I mean, lyric wise, hard as fuck. I respect it. You know what I mean? Gongi says, I personally like how K-pop doesn't have a lot of cursing, but I'm starting to notice more. I think, like, I've always explained cursing to me, at least in terms of music, is like, cursing to me is like either you're doing something funny and it just makes sense for you to, like, obviously put some sort of curse word into it. But I feel like also cursing to me is like emphasis, right? Like, if you like if you're saying a curse word, you're trying to emphasize a point and or maybe not. But I feel like in my stance and like how I view cursing, like obviously I don't care if it is, but like it is to make a point, right? And so I think if you're talking about a song about people going away or like being disgusted in someone or what have you, like if you say shit, I'm for it. You know what I mean? I think it energizes me. It just makes me more stoked. It's like, yeah, you telling me shit. He sucks. You know what I mean? Like, so I think from that perspective, it's like it makes sense. And I think again, it's just the emphasis of like how it is. But I just think generally in terms of like K-pop, it is I feel like it's a misnomer. Like it's the elephant in the room. I feel like a lot of groups don't typically curse a lot in their songs. So I think it just surprised me. That's probably the best way I could relate that to chat. But overall, I thought this was great. Musicality wise, I love the like kind of rock inclusion as well. I think they do that very well. I was a little unsure of how that was going to stretch out, but I do feel like they did a great job of like putting it in there. But yeah, overall, I thought this was good. Sarah says she's talking her shit, get a girl, and then Kaylee says you can't curse, that's bad. That yeah, the whole guy hitting the girl in the MV, like I think a CL, I was like, damn, I would get riled up, you know. Um, but he says, man, I haven't seen these MVs in so long. I forgot how intense they used to be. Oh my god, yeah, this was like for me, this is a shell shock, kind of like holy shit, they really put their whole in it. So I love it. Um, his says faking your death to get away from a toxic man. My kind of moving on. Factual. Um, Going says I really wish they didn't use auto tune in this song. I really like the parts of the song except for the auto tune parts. Fair. No Santa says if only we could fit some COs in the car. Oh my god. And then No Santa says I'm certain they'd be censored at any performance. Yeah, that is true. They would be censored. His is all K-pop always has a good amount of cursing, whether it's in English or Korean, but that's usually kept for the album cuts. I was gonna say it's probably the non-title tracks where I would imagine this is considered a title track, so that's why I'm kind of I was more so curious about it. But Uni says I'm fine with cursing when it feels natural, but if something gets shoehorned in, it feels is cringy. I big agree. And then Kaylee says I missed the plot twist MVs. Yeah, this was good. I was not expecting the fake your death plot twist at the end. That was good. Gungy says we saw some crazy old MVs during the Halloween stream. That is true. We did see some moves. We did see some moves. But yeah, overall, I think this one and the last one I think have been my favorites so far. So the ball is moving in my head. So I feel like we can only move up from here. So. This is the next one on the playlist, which is Can't Nobody. Let's check it out. Oh, I like that pitch vocals. Okay.
Ain't never gonna stop. Now all I wanna do is make you rock. Just take it to the top. Ain't never gonna stop. Now make 'em say na na na. Let's rock. Just take it to the top. Ain't never gonna stop. Now all I wanna do is make you rock. Just take it to the top. Ain't never gonna stop. Now make 'em say na 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 na.
That was giving very YG Festival ending. So are we in the YG Festival era endings now, you know? So this is 21's Can't Nobody if you're hanging out. Thanks for chilling. Thanks for watching. I thought this was good as well. I will say like the really again that like razory synth choices are always very interesting to me. And obviously it has this like place in like nostalgic K-pop, I would imagine, that is just like so unique to that time. I will say that at the proposition of potentially getting screamed at, you know, not even by chat, but on by comments. Obviously, I know we have done Big Bang and we've done their music, but like I'm starting to kind of like musically draw parallels where like this one, like in terms of like synth choices and like similar like musicality, like notation, I feel like they kind of borrowed from each other in that aspect. I wouldn't say that these obviously 21 is not one for one the same thing as Big Bang and vice versa, but you can tell that like you can tell that they've you know they are cut from the same cloth, which is that of YG. Um and so I think musicality wise they share a lot of similarities because like I'm thinking like as that synth's going, I'm like fantastic baby. Like I'm thinking like that song and I'm like, wait, that's not the same song, but like in my head, that's where I'm kind of associating those sorts of things. So I don't know if whether or not it's just like the familiarity, again, the familiarity of knowing some older YG groups, um, but you know, in terms of the song itself, like I said, I can understand the iconicness of it, the classicness of it, because it is really like it's really well structured, well put together, and like I do like it. I noticed again, and I think pointed it out, but just like the use of auto tune. I know Gunky also pointed it out in the previous song as well too. But like, there's so much like there's such a prevalence of auto tune, and I think like when you're trying to like have a song that's like more in that sort of rock and like musicality sort of cycle, then it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it would make sense to include it on a song like this, but maybe not in the sense of like, okay, well, we're trying to have more like rock elementation or we're trying to have it more like pop rock sort of sound. And like, you know, maybe the auto tune just doesn't work with that. And so again, we can't turn back the clocks, we can't change anything, but like looking at it obviously in the year 2025 is a completely different perspective on, you know, obviously how music is arranged and put together. Um, but I thought this was again very good, very strong song. Like again, this one seems like as his pointed out, like definitely a concert ender or encore song. Like it just is like one of those songs that I would imagine is amongst their like more well known songs and like popular songs. So I can understand like the iconicness or the reasons why they would need to include this on like a live setting. Um, but yeah, I thought overall this one was very good. Like I said, don't have a lot of notes. I think it works out super well. Um, really digging a lot of CL, a lot of what CL is doing, but I'm also really enjoying Minzy a lot as well. So I feel like my biases have kind of stayed the same. So I'm curious if they will change, if there will be a point in time where I'll shift. But for right now, I say those are my two favorites in terms of biases. But um, let's see what we got. Gunky says that's pretty much the same for all YG groups. Kaylee says there was definitely a second gen sound to it as well, in my opinion. Sarah says YG truly does just recycle sounds and concepts and like it works for them, but once you notice it, you'll never not see it. And his says, think Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, and I don't think that's like, I don't know. To me, it's like if you use the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. And I feel like that is like the slogan that YG needs to live by, because I do feel like they are the type of like company that is just like, hey, you know what? It's got 300,000 miles on it, but you know, like, hey, we're gonna keep doing the same shit. You know what I mean? You're gonna buy it, right? Because you love YG groups, and that's like no shade whatsoever. But like, you, like Sarah says, once you notice it, you'll be like, this kind of tastes similar. You know, it kind of smells the same. You know, so I was gonna say it's smart business, so you know, can't hate the player, you know, but yeah, overall, not that crazy, but like also really works well, so can't complain. Kaylee says, I mean, 21 and will.i.am do have a song together, by the way. Oh wow, okay, that's insane. I did not know that. So, wow. All right, well. Very interesting. All right. We're going to keep it moving. The next one on the list here is It Hurts. So let's go.
그녀를 품에 안고 나와 했던 그 약속 또 다시 하겠죠. 우린 이미 늦었나봐요. 우리 사랑 끝난 건가요? 아무 말이라도 좀 내게 해줘요. 우리 정말 사랑했잖아. 되돌릴 순 없는 건가요? 오늘 밤 나 많이 아파요. 변했니? 네 맘속에 이제 난 더 이상 없는 거니. 난 널 생각하면 너무 아파 아파 아파. 아무것도 아니란 듯 내 눈물 바라보고 태연하게 말을 또 이어가고 아니란 말 못하겠다고 그 어떤 미련도 후회도 전혀 없다고 잔인하게 말했죠. 우린 이미 늦은 건가요? 우리 사랑 끝난 건가요? 거짓말이라도 좀 아니라고 해줘요. 이젠 더 잘할 수 있는데 다시 만날 수는 없지만 오늘 밤 나 많이 아파요. 변했니? 네 맘속에 이제 난 더 이상 없는 거니. 난 널 생각하면 너무 아파 아파 아파. 더 이상 예전의 네가 아니야. 내가 사랑한 너와 지금의 네가 너무도 달랐어. 그저 멍하니 멀어지는 널 바라보고만 서서 울었어. No way I can't recognize you're not mine anymore. 돌아올 순 없는 not mine anymore. 돌아와 줄 순 없는 not mine anymore. 돌아올 순 없는 not mine anymore. 계속
All right. This was 21. It hurts. Very nice. Kogi says I was literally in my bathroom cleaning, listening on my phone when the song came on, and I had to go into my living room and blast my stereo. The song is so good. This is my jam right here. Give this at least a 9 out of 10. It's my favorite song tonight so far. Other than cleaning my bathroom out, I would agree with every other sentiment on this, on your comment. Um, this was great. And obviously, I think it shows off their skills as vocalists. I think it is not lost on me that a lot of the great like rappers in K-pop are also great vocalists. So I did feel like CL was gonna bring it, certainly, but I think she's got such a great tone to her voice. I really, really do like this one. The song is "It Hurts," Gunky. Um, but I really like this one a lot. I think this one again kind of takes away my commentary about you don't need the auto tune. You know what I mean? I understand that obviously that is an older song, and this we're starting to migrate into the newer discography. Um, but I think this one just nails it on right on the head. You know what I mean? It's like it's unadulterated. It is a song that is very clean in terms of like the production style. It doesn't seem like it is just like over the top. Like it really works well with how they sing, and like obviously how it's reflective to them as people who listen to 21. They all sounded great. I generally don't know if I had a favorite. I think that like obviously just on paper I feel like Park Bom was going to do incredible, and I do feel like is I do feel like she did such a fantastic job at just like really just giving a lot of warmth. I think her vocals just have such a level of warmth to them that I really appreciate, and she really knows how to like she really like knows how to tug at you, and I love that. I think that is like the true testament of a really great vocalist, and so I feel like her vocals really do a great job of that. CL to me was also fantastic. She's kind of got like a little bit of like rasp to her vocals. I know that she kind of has a more unique rapping tone, so I don't know if that really plays into. I would imagine it does play into how her vocals sound as she sings, but she's just got this nice like warbly tone that I really like. And obviously I hope that she does more singing. It looks like the Stitcher Twin says that they have amazing ballads, so I'll have to check out some more. Dara sounded great. She had like that like light glassy sort of tone that just like it feels very whimsical, and I think that she also was like a really beautiful addition to this. And Minzy was also great. She again had like this really great like mid-range tone, really warm as well, and like a different way that a warm tone that is, as I mentioned before with Park Bom. So I feel like to me they all kind of had like different roles to play in this song, and I think they were able to just bring it home. So I really like this one a lot. I think this one is going to be easily in my top 3 for sure. So I just think it just really really hit the heart. So I love that. So really good stuff. Let's see here. His says one of my favorite songs. Heard them sing this live, all timer. I would agree. And the Stitcher Twin says that this is my favorite 21 song. Wow. Okay. Love to see it. Also, thank you, Sarah. I think I said it, but just in case he needs to read it, I appreciate it. But very nice. We are keeping it moving here. This one is "Don't Stop the Music." So we don't play now tonight, but let's go.
Everybody hands up high, do some 들려줘 너의 그 목소리 이 음악 속에 우리 비오래 우린 장미 가시처럼 우린 위험해 이 리듬 속에 너를 맡겨봐 이곳에는 this music in you 지금 이 음악이 멈춰버리고 나면 널 다시 볼 수 없단 걸 알아 So DJ 더 신나게 음악을 틀어 지금 이 순간 모든 걸 잊을 수 있게 Don't stop the music Don't stop the music Don't stop the music Everybody hands up high 함께 올려봐 미칠 준비돼서 모여봐 Rock 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 계속 뛰어봐 하나가 되자 하나가 돼 모두가 제거로 산만하게 하나가 되자 하나가 돼이 클럽이 완전히 무너지게
Interesting, like island feeling.
우린 장미 가시처럼 우린 위험해 박자를 맞춰 모두 스텝을 맞춰봐 이곳에는 this music in you
Ooh, interesting panning.
음악이 멈춰버리고 나면 널 다시 볼 수 없단 걸 알아 So DJ 더 신나게 음악을 틀어 지금 이 순간 모든 걸 잊을 수 있게 Don't stop the music Don't stop the music Don't stop the music 이제 아침이 오지만 이 음악은 끝나지 않아 잠깐이라도 내가 쉴 수 있는 시간은 지금 This music makes me high 지금 이 음악이 멈춰버리고 나면 널 다시 볼 수 없단 걸 알아 So DJ 더 신나게 음악을 틀어 지금 이 순간 모든 걸 잊을 수 있게 Don't stop the music Don't stop the music Don't stop the music Don't stop the music
All right. This was 21's Don't Stop the Music. It looks like it's Yamaha Fiore CF theme song. I don't know what this was in reference to. Maybe someone in chat knows, but I have no idea what the recommended shit is, but Citrus Twin says I have no recollection of this song. Is a promo song. It looks like it's a theme song, so I don't know what this in. If anyone in chat knows what this is in relation to, that'd be great. But this one was solid. I liked it. I liked the kind of like more island type theme, like with those really interesting like drums that you only hear in like good like island type music. But man, this one was interesting. Definitely has that like 21 sensibility to it that, you know, like those really high, like in your face synth sounds that I feel like is always interestingly done in 21 songs. So I feel like this one is obviously no exception to that. Auto-tune back full in force with this one for sure as well too. Which I thought worked. You know, it definitely is like one of those songs that feels like a club song. So definitely in that capacity, I feel like it works out really well. I did really like the chorus of this song. I think Park Bohm just has a hook. She's got some good hooks, and so I feel like this one definitely, she brought her A game on this. I know that I have mentioned it before, but I'll probably mention it again here and maybe obviously in future songs. But I really like the synergy between CL and Minzy. I feel like they really have such a good vibe together, and they like build off of each other's energy. And I feel like not that the previous songs really that I felt like, oh man, like they're just in their own lane. I felt like with this song, like it just felt more cohesive and they felt like more of a unit. So definitely love that a ton. But yeah, overall, I thought this was very solid. Like I said, I like is definitely like I would say like middle to like mid high tier for me. I think it's like one of those songs that I would be bumping to. Like it is pulled up. Like my girlfriend joked and said, "Wow, now I can finally listen to 21." Like if this showed up on her playlist and she was jamming out to "Don't Stop the Music," then like I'd be vibing out. This would be like a fun like in the car like party moment. So, yeah, I like I said, don't really have any complaints about this one. It didn't feel like out of place. It just was a very, very, very solid song. So, his says, I think I've heard this song maybe once, but even my 21 knowledge got tested here. Oh my God. So this must be a deep, deep cut. So very nice. Very nice. All right. We are keeping it moving here. The next one we have on our playlist is Lonely. So let's check it out. Sidger Twin says Minzy and CL actually have a song together called Please Don't Go. Okay. We'll have to add a subsequent playlist for 21 for their solo stuff because I imagine maybe all the members have solo stuff. I don't know. You'll have to correct me if I am wrong. But let's check out Lonely first.
지금 내가 하는 얘기 널 아프게 할지 몰라 아마 날 죽도록 미워하게 될 거야 내가 예전 같지 않다던 네 말 모두 틀린 말은 아니야 나도 변해버린 내가 낯설기만 해 너무 착한 너네 넌 그대로인데 oh I don't know 내가 왜 이러는지 그토록 사랑했는데 넌 여기 있는데 oh I don't know 이제 날 찾고 싶어 Baby I'm sorry 너와 있었던 lonely 사랑하긴 내가 부족한가 봐 이런 못난 날 용서해 I'm sorry 이게 너와 나의 story 사랑이란 내게 과분한가 봐 네 곁에 있어도 baby I'm so lonely 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 네가 잘못한 게 아니야 내가 이상한 거야 이미 오래전부터 난 준비했나 봐 이별을 정말 잘해주고 싶었는데 하필 사랑 앞에서는 왜 이렇게 한없이 작아지고 외로운지 너무 착한 너네 넌 그대로인데 oh I don't know 내가 왜 이러는지 그토록 사랑했는데 넌 여기 있는데 oh I don't know 이제 날 찾고 싶어 Baby I'm sorry 너와 있었던 lonely 사랑하긴 내가 부족한가 봐 이런 못난 날 용서해 I'm sorry 이게 너와 나의 story 사랑이란 내게
All right. This was 21's Lonely. Um, I'm starting to think that I may have a problem. I've been loving the 21 ballads. I Lonely and It Hurts have been the two songs that I feel like have been a little bit more stand out to me. And I think it's such an interesting like dichotomy of 21. And I'm sure obviously they have more nuance than just this, but it's so interesting to have like the song we listened to before, which was Don't Stop the Music, which is feels vastly different than this song. And like it's so interesting to see how they kind of like interplay with like different like vibes and genres, but um I think they've got such a good interesting knack. Like I'd imagine more of their popular songs are obviously the ones that are more high energy, ones that they play, live in that capacity. And that's not to say that they don't play ballads. I'm sure they do, but like it's such an interesting perspective, at least from my point of view for 21, where like it's so cool to hear them really like expand their vocals in such a unique way, because not that the electronic songs or like the more high energy songs aren't fun, because I love a song that really just brings the energy, but I also love just like the nuances and the subtleties of people's voices, right? Like, and I think that's what attracts me to a whole host of different genres, and so it's cool to see them have such a different perspective on each song that they do, and I love that they get to express it in this capacity, because I love ballads, and I felt like this one was another one that just stood out to me a ton. Um, I really liked. I'm starting to really like Minzy's vocals a ton. Like I think her and CL have been like again the ones that I have gravitated towards. Not only I think from the rap lines, but I also feel like vocally as well. They've got such great tones. But as well as that, I feel like Dara and Park Bohm also really crushed um, these types of songs that are ballads. Like obviously Park Bohm just has that really commanding type vocals, and she like if she was doing kind of the ad libs at the end, she clearly has so much vocal talent. Um, and that's incredible. And then I think like Dara was also doing some of the vocal lines at the end of the song as well too. Like they know where they fit in the song, and I think they're very acclimated towards that, and you love to see it. But I also feel like it shows off a lot of their strengths that I think go a little unnoticed. But I really enjoyed this one a lot. I genuinely feel like if you know 21 for like the club bangers, I feel like you should also be paying attention to the ballads, because I feel like that's where the true talent shines, and you love to see it. So great song. I think the arrangement was really cool. I love the violin choice. They did a great job. Whoever did the violin work on that, they did awesome. I love the acoustic guitar in this song. I think the riffing on that was so nice. I have to try to figure it out now. I'm always trying to go down the rabbit hole of learning some of these K-pop songs that we do, and I feel like this one would just be a fun one to learn how to play on guitar. And as well as that, I just think, like I said, it's unadulterated. You love a good ballad song because you get to see how talented they are. So, very cool. Sidger Twin says, because with you, baby, I'm so lonely, which I imagine is one of the lyrics. Sarah says, I love this song so much. Gungy says, I think I would love this group if all they had did was ballads. Fair. The Stitcher says, the Stitcher Twin says, you're going to love Missing You. That's probably going to be your favorite song. Oh, okay. We're gonna see. His says 21 don't have a lot of ballads, but my lord, do they kill the ones they do have? Oh, okay. I feel that. So very nice. We are keeping it moving. The train is moving along tonight. The next one I believe is I Am the Best. That is quite the sentiment to make after saying you're lonely. But hey, flex. So let's get into it.
내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 제일 잘 나가 Oh my god 누가 봐도 내가 좀 죽여주잖아 Right 둘째 가라면 이 몸이 서럽잖아 Right 남들을 따라오지만 난 앞만 보고 질주해 네가 앉은 테이블 위를 뛰어다녀 I don't care 건드리면 감당 못해 I'm hot 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 fire 뒤집어지기 전에 제발 누가 날 좀 말려 억장을 열어 가장 상큼한 옷을 걸치고 거울에 비친 내 얼굴을 꼼꼼히 살피고 지금은 8시 약속 시간은 8시 반 도도한 걸음으로 나선 이밤 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 제일 잘 나가 내가 봐도 내가 좀 끝내주잖아 Right 네가 날아도 이 몸이 부럽잖아 Right 남자들은 날 돌아보고 여자들은 따라해 내가 앉은 이 자리를 매일 막 피곤해 순수인 작품만 잡는 어리버리한 플레이어 나 빨아빠진 타이어처럼 보기 좋게 차이야 어떤 비교도 난 거부해 이건 겸손한 얘기 가치를 논하자면 난 billion dollar baby 뭘 좀 아는 사람들은 다 알아서 알아봐 아무나 잡고 물어봐 누가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 내가 제일 잘 나가 제일 잘 나가 누가 네가 나보다 더 잘 나가 No 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 no
Are you gonna get a YG festival ending?
누가 네가 나보다 더 잘 나가 No 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 나 누가 네가 나보다 더 잘 나가 No 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 나 누가 네가 나보다 더 잘 나가 No 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 나 빰라따따따 따따따따따 Oh my god.
All right, this was 21. I am the best. If you're hanging out, Kaylee says iconic banger. His says, oh, you're gonna know this one. Checklist song. Sarah says another iconic song to check off the list. Gunky says one of the songs I actually know. Kaylee says I knew this song before I was a K-pop stan. Holy shit, that's crazy. I don't know if I've actually heard this one, actually, if I'm being honest. I don't know, again, if it didn't make its way into the crawl spaces of my mind. I can't recollect if I've actually heard this before, but I would probably say I haven't. Just if we did hear it, because we did, Alex and a couple of the roommates and I went to go see we went to a K-pop like night. So if they played it during K-pop night, then I probably heard it, but just didn't even know this was a 21 song. But I digress. I feel like that's just the tried and true statement of this channel is, oh, you don't know this iconic banger song? Oh, okay. Hello? I didn't know. Sarah says, if they didn't play it, was it really K-pop night? I mean, they were going much. Listen, I'm old as shit. I'll say, I'll give my preface to it. I turned. When did I go to that K-pop night? I think I turned 31 when we went to the K-pop night, and I'll tell you what, as a 31-year-old at a K-pop night where, again, most of the people were still in college, was very odd. So maybe there's a level of uncomfortability there. Not to say that, again, people that age are nothing's wrong with that. I just, again, am like, I'm not a club goer. So I think that's probably it. Sarah says Brendan talking about being 31 like he's gonna kill. Listen. I probably could have, but no, I don't know. I am not a club stan. I didn't grow up going to clubs. I went to hardcore shows and all that sort of stuff. So my background is not going to club shows. So that's probably that's probably more of a commentary on me and not a commentary on the K-pop night. They did a great job. So kudos to them. Besides the point, I don't know the song, or if I don't know it very well. But there are some songs that I feel like that we have covered that even if I don't know them and everyone in chat is saying how iconic they are, you can just tell that there is like a level of, like, you can tell there's like an aura behind a song, right? Like there's something about it that you're just like, damn, this must be like high up, like this must be their most popular song, or it might be the one of their more iconic songs. Like there's just something about when I hit the play button for this song and listening to it that I was just like, this has got to be one of their most popular or most iconic songs, even if I didn't read chat, right? Like there's just something about it that is explicitly that way. It feels very 21. The auto tune is strong in the song, as well as that. The musicality just is 21. You know, the video has 401 million views. A lot. So very mucho. If you want the exact number, this is the exact number in the top left hand corner. But um but yeah, I thought this one, I thought this was very good. Like a very strong song. This one again is one of those songs that I 1000% know that they have played live, and that is very much staying on their set list probably for a lifetime. Um, I'm always very curious if like groups are tired of playing like their most popular songs, but I'd imagine there is some level of like, I imagine there's probably some level of love and hate, right? Like you have to love it because it's going to, again, be there's such a level of like, oh my god, this helped me like in my career and like push the group to like obviously a further bit of stardom. But yeah, I'm always curious if I ever get the chance to ask a very famous K-pop artist or group, I'm always curious to see how that shakes out for like people, or if they've had like interviews or something. It's always very interesting. The psyche of K-pop artists is always is intriguing to me. Same with the artists as well, just across the board, like very interesting. But yeah, overall song was cool. I liked the bridge a ton and that final chorus. I thought that was probably my favorite segment of the song. Their inclusion of like those like Egyptian, like Phrygian scale type sounds is always really fun. And then I like how they kind of brought it all full circle, as they typically do at like YG festival endings. It felt very in your face and worked out well. I think to me, the star of the show was CL. I feel like CL is she just got it. You know what I mean? Like there's something about it that just was like really, really, really like in your face and feels very forward in her aspects. So, yeah, I like this one a lot. Again, I can understand the iconicness behind it. It really does work. Connie says 31 is young here. Our K-pop fans, they're over 40 and they still do dances and everything. That's true. I'm not saying I'm old by any stretch. I just think it's at some time, I don't know. There's just something about it that just doesn't click with me anymore, and that's maybe it's just my personal flavor. But Sarah says, wait, it says 21 behind them. I never noticed that before. I know that a few artists who hated their most popular songs, like Taeyeon from Girls' Generation, would cry because she hated G so much. Oh, no. That's fair, though. Like, I think there's just a lot. I imagine there's just such a love hate with it. Obviously, I'm sure there's groups that just love performing this song because you get performing their songs because, like, obviously it's a level of like accomplishment that you would get as an artist. But I could also understand if you're just like, damn, I don't want to play I'm the best for the like 1 millionth and 20th time. You know what I mean? Like, I would fully respect you as an artist if that was the case too. But hey, man, they got the bag, they're getting the bread, and gotta respect that. So very nice, very nice. We're keeping it moving. The next one we have is Hate You, which, man, we are going for the full gambit of emotions here. So let's keep it moving.
넌 정말 재수 없어 널 만날 이유 없어 너 같은 남자 이 세상에 답이 없어 재수 없어 단점을 셀 수 없어 참으면 사랑하기 시간이 너무 아까워 hate you If I'm living without you I hate you If I'm living without you 너와의 기억은 기다린 기억밖에 없어 난 참고 참아도 끝은 없었어 사랑한단 한마디가 듣고 싶었어 난 무심한 너의 사랑에 난 지쳤어 기분이 더러워 자존심 다 버리고 줬는데 참 서러워 내가 이것밖에 안 돼 난 두려워 사랑이란 그 글자 가이장 난 무서워 네가 참 우스워 넌 정말 재수 없어 널 만날 이유 없어 너 같은 남자 이 세상에 답이 없어 재수 없어 단점을 셀 수 없어 참으면 사랑하기 시간이 너무 아까워 hate you If I'm living without you I hate you If I'm living without you 네 입에서 나오는 말은 거짓말이 반 속고 끝은 없었어 언젠간 너도 너 같은 여자를 만나게 될 거야 아파봐야 그때는 내 맘 알 거야 기분이 더러워 해피엔딩의 주인공이란 건 없었어 내가 바보처럼 숨지는 난잘 됐어 지금이라도 널 알았으니 떠나겠어 정말 재수 없어 넌 정말 재수 없어 널 만날 이유 없어 너 같은 남자 이 세상에 답이 없어 재수 없어 단점을 셀 수 없어 참으면 사랑하기 시간이 너무 아까워 hate you If I'm living without you I hate you If I'm living without you
What?
맘이 시원해 속이 후련해 뼛속 깊은 곳까지 내 기억 지웠네 너무 시원해 속이 후련해 뼛속 깊은 곳까지 내 기억 지웠네 넌 정말 재수
I don't remember this anime on Toonami. Must have missed it. All right, very interesting. All right, this was 21's Hate You if you're hanging out. I love the art style. I thought this is really sick. No Santa says night y'all. Thanks No Santa for hanging out. See you. See you Nizu next. Got Nizu next week. That is correct. We are doing Nizu next week. He says, into this video. My memory of this is blurry as hell. This reminded me of like, uh, this reminded me of like some like classic cartoons. You know what I mean? Like I joked about missing this episode on Toonami. For those who know, you know. But I don't know. I thought the music video was so cool. Like I was so engrossed with the music video. I didn't really think about the song, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? Like it was so cool visually that I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I like this. You know what I mean? But I think the song itself like is solid. Like it does feel very very 21. But I feel like the MV is just like so well acclimated that it's just like, damn, you know, it's like it almost feels like background music to some degree. But I really enjoyed it. You know, I think like it added like a different, like obviously it added like a backbone to the MV, because otherwise it would have just been just an MV and no music, and that sucks. But I think the vocals are really cool. I think like again the catchiness of the song is really good too. Like I'd say that chorus is really catchy throughout the song. But yeah, I do feel like the MV was a little distracting, but overall I think it did up the love for this song in my mind. So definitely like it. Let's see what we got here. Sarah says, so did they shoot someone with an atomic bomb? It looked like it was a bullet that like blew up. I'm pretty positive. Let me just go back. I want to see if I can. All right, they chopped the arm off. It's got to be a bullet. I'm pretty sure it's a bullet. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then it blew up. Okay. Oh my god, maybe it was an atomic bomb. Huh. All right. Your eyes might just be better than mine, Sarah. Kaylee says Mari Kim is the artist. That's her style too. Very nice. Shout out to Mari Kim. I love her art style. She's got some really great art. Kaylee says, Wiki says, shows girl is trying to take down a redheaded terrorist. Oh my god. That was not on my bingo card for 2025 here, but hey, listen, I respect this. This was very interesting. Very nice. All right, cool. I don't have anything engrossing to say about the song. I thought, like you said, Mari Kim did a great job, and I thought it worked out. Sarah says 21 hate the Irish confirmed. No. I will say every time I bring up Irish, the only thing I can think of is the one Skittles commercial, or was it Starburst? It was either Starburst or Skittles. No, it was Starburst. Where they had the Scottish Korean. That shit killed me. Those commercials killed me. I love those commercials. That just gave me a big brain fart moment, big brain blast moment right there, and I'm appreciative for it. So, thank you, Sarah, for helping me remember that. But very nice. We are gonna move on from this little bit of fever dream to get into the next 21 song, which is Ugly. So, let's check it out. Oh, I know they're from 2009. I remember random shit all the time. Ooh.
쉽게 이해한다고 하지마 못생기고 비뚤어진 내 마음이 널 원망할지도 몰라 말 시키지 마 난 너와 어울리지 못해 그 잘난 눈빛 속 차가운 가시길 날 숨막히게 해 다가오지 마 너의 관심조차 싫어 난 어디론가 떠나고 싶어 소리치고 싶어 이 세상은 거짓말 I think I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me just like her I wanna be pretty I wanna be pretty don't let in my face telling me I'm pretty I think I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me just like her I wanna be pretty I wanna be pretty don't let in my face cause I know I'm ugly on and on I'm on and on and on I'm on and on 따뜻함이란 없어 곁에 아무도 없어 on and on I'm always on and on 따뜻함이란 없어 곁에 그 누구도 날 안아줄 사람 없어 I think I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me just like her I wanna be pretty I wanna be pretty don't let in my face telling me I'm pretty I think I'm ugly and nobody wants to love me just like her I wanna be pretty I wanna be pretty don't let in my face cause I know I'm ugly
What's with their why do they gotta blow shit up all the time? Everything I know about 21 is just that they blow shit up. Hey, listen, I respect it. I just think it's funny. Anyway, this was 21's Ugly. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging tonight. The Sidger Twin says the live acoustic version of this is amazing. You should check it out sometime. We'll have to throw it on the list. You'll have to come through to a chaos stream and recommend it. I would love to check it out. His says I had a friend who doesn't listen to K-pop hear this song, and she now called it a low self-esteem. The anthem is one of her favorite songs to this day. And then my comment about blowing shit up, his says because it's cool, and Kaylee says in all caps because they can. Listen, that is not any shade to them blowing shit up. I just think it's a funny commentary that they blow shit up all the time. But I thought this was good. This is definitely like well in the wheelhouse. I like it. The rock tonality is really nice. Like genuinely wasn't sure how they were gonna do like swing this song, but I like that they again kind of made it more so like a rock anthem. I would agree with that. Like I will say that chorus is super memorable. I love the hook on it, and like the lyricism behind it I think is like, you know, I get the low self-esteem angle of it certainly as well. But I think their delivery of it I think is really impressive too. Like you could tell they, you know, are singing they're singing this song from a place of like personality and like personal growth and stuff, and so I really like that. Um, just like again, the rock guitars work with their styling, and I think it really amplifies the song a little bit more. No pun intended. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought this was really good. I like I said, I was a little shocked at how like again them getting a little bit into that rock tone, but I think it was nice. There wasn't like there isn't any auto tune as well either, which was also great, and I think it really highlights their vocals because they all have really strong vocals, and so I feel like in terms of this, I think that they really nailed that sort of like that tone. You know what I mean? Like I think if they threw auto tune on this song, like I don't think it would have had the same. At least in my opinion, I don't think it would have had the same sort of feeling or emotion that you could be delivering in the song. I do feel like rock is, at least from my perspective, is one of those genres that should be imperfect. You know what I mean? You should hear the imperfections, right? That's what makes it raw. That's what makes it real. And I feel like they did a really great job of making it feel like that. So I love this. This is definitely like one of those. I feel like this to me, in terms of the streaming, obviously I want to like jump ahead, but like this so far has been one that I feel like is like a sleeper hit for me. You know what I mean? Like it's one of those ones that I'm like, damn, if this came on, like, and I didn't know this song, I'd be like, damn, this is good. I like this, So I'm stoked. This was a good one. I like this. Sidger Twin says YG actually called them ugly before. Hate that guy. Holy shit. Yeah, fuck that dude. Dear Jesus, that's messed up. There's so much shit. Wow, that's brutal. Oh. Can he be the CEO who put in the car? I mean, yeah. His says, yeah, fuck YG. Yeah, fuck YG. Let's go. Anyway, not intentionally trying to be edgy, but hey, we'll do it. His says, I totally forgot about that until you said it. Oh my god, yeah, that makes me big mad. That's so dumb. We add it to the list of the piano cat call. That we can for sure. All right. The next one is I Love You, which, man, I just gotta say the jump between song names for titles has been nuts. The roller coaster of emotion. So let's get into this one.
When you feel like there's no way out, love is the only way.
그댄 나에게만 잘해줘요. 항상 나에게만 웃어줘요. I said ooh 질투하게 하지 마요. ooh 집착하게 하지 마요. 아직 난 사랑이 두려워요. 이런 내게 믿음을 줘봐요. I said ooh 질투하게 하지 마요. ooh 집착하게 하지 마요. I love you.
Okay.
I love you. 하루 종일 그대 모습 자꾸 떠올라. 온종일 울리지 않는 전화기만 또 쳐다봐. 왜 이런 내 맘을 아직 몰라. 난 너의 마음을 아직 잘 몰라. 너의 생각에 밤에 잠도 못 이루다. 달빛에 그대를 떠올려.
Hmm. All right. This was 21's I Love You if you're hanging out. Very nice. This one was very interesting. At first I was like, is it going to be a ballad song, cuz it started off very somber, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? Maybe we haven't heard a ballad in quite a minute, but I was like potentially could be a ballad." And so I appreciate that the song starts off soft. It really brings you in. I feel like it, gives you a place to kind of, get at ease to the song. And then I do like that they kind of like amalgamate the song in a really nice way. Like I do appreciate that like really strong emphasis on like that synth choice and like EDM parts. I thought it was really nice. Um, I think it keeps the energy strong as well, because that was kind of what I was worried about, just having that sort of softer like palette that is in the verses. Was it going to be able to translate some of that energy into the chorus? And I think they did a really great job of it. That pre-chorus is really nice, and I think it transitions the song very well. The only part that I was a little unsure about, but I actually really liked, and the way that they stuck the landing, I think also helped too. But that like bridge slash final chorus, I think or like, I guess it would be like bridge slash maybe like, end of song part. I think they did a great job. Like that first part of the bridge, I was like, I don't know. But like as the song kind of, as that part of the song progressed more, it just became so, like the organization just became so much better. I love the way that they kind of switched off the different vocals like throughout. I feel like it gave ample time to Minzy, Dara, CL, and Park Bohm, like for them to kind of interplay with each other, which is really nice. And then they were able to kind of just have like a really great like moment. I know CL like did that like vocal pop off closer to the end of the song. That was great too. I think the transitions in the song really did help, and like again, for a song that I thought was going to be on the softer end, kind of wind up being like more higher energy, and so I like that. Um, but as well as that, I think they did a great job of like mixing out the different vocals too. Like it like didn't really tell you couldn't really tell if there was any like auto tune, and like they were able to kind of show off like the different cadences and nuances of their voices, which is always great. But yeah, overall I thought this was very nice. Like this was another very good song. Like we're getting obviously into the latter half of their discography, but it feels like, I think either the Stitcher twins or his, or even though Santa pointed out in the commentary like on chat, where like I feel like their musicality has become so much more refined. It still feels very much 21, but I think they were able to kind of, they're able to just like be very chameleon-esque in the way that they approach songs. Like it's still always going to have that like stamp of 21 on it, but like they'll approach it from a different angle. And so I really like that. I think that again shows their level of skill as artists, and I think for them to kind of adapt in that way is always really fun to see. So I thought this was great. This is a 2 thumbs upper for me. Really enjoyed the song a lot. So we're gonna keep it moving. The next one we have is "Falling in Love," which is next. His says they definitely refined their sound right when they peaked, and then stupid ass YG. Oh no. Well, let's get into "Falling in Love" next.
You ready? You ready? Are you ready? You ain't ready. Touch me over here, touch me over there, touch me over here, touch me over there. Said touch me over here, touch me over there. Touch, touch, touch. On my 난 너의 신부 널 내 걸로 만들겠어 that's what a queen do yeah and the club is getting ugly I don't care can nobody stop the fire let them haters sit and stare I keep falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy touch me over here touch me over there touch me over here touch me over there touch me over here touch me over there touch 정말 내가 이래도 됐나 싶어 lost my mind 내게 반해 정신을 놔버렸나 봐 네 손끝이 내 몸에 닿는 이 순간 alright 두근두근대나 자존심을 잃지 사랑 속에서 나 길을 잃은 길치 놓치지 않겠어 방아쇠를 잡아 네 심장을 향해 쏴 blocker you mine boy 내게 넘어와 boy gimme 굳이 밀당하겠다면 넌 silly 끝없는 매력에 난 사고치겠어 같이 함께 하겠어 너와라면 난 yes sir I keep falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy 너밖에 없어 내가 기다렸던 그 somebody 넌 롤러코스터 내 마음을 들었다 놨다 어떡하니 나는 어떨지 만약 너도 나와 같다면 말해줘네 yeah I just keep falling in love again falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy falling in love 너만 보면 내 마음이 oh 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 falling in love 널 갖고 싶어 나 어떻게 boy touch me over here touch me over there touch me over here touch me over there touch me over here touch me over there touch
All right. This was 21's Fallen in Love. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. Sarah says Lee Soo Hyuk looked so good in this. I love him. Very nice. And his is a touch over here. Yeah, I thought this was very interesting. I will say this one isn't anything crazy. Like it definitely feels very like I hate to keep rehashing things, but it feels very 21, right? Like their usage of synth is always very interesting. I think that again might kind of reach more of the larger umbrella of YG. I feel like they always choose interesting sounds to use. Like I think there was like a little bit of like theremin in the back of this song that I think is like the throughout the entire song, which I think is very interesting. The vocals were also really cool. The only time that I feel like there was like a more heavier amount of autotune was with like Dara's parts. I feel like she definitely had more autotune in her vocals, which I don't know, isn't like a bad or good thing. I like that it's kind of offers this unique separation between both Minzy as well as CL. I feel like they definitely had less autotune. And I think that in terms of Dara's styling vocally, I think it was more used as a like stylistic tool as opposed to like vocal correction. So I thought that was really nice. Yeah, overall I don't like it isn't like a song like I feel like it is the type of song that like if it pulled up on a 21 playlist, like I'd be vibing out, I'd be feeling it, but I don't know if it is one song that I would go out of my way to seek out. I do like kind of like the island type vibes of the song. Like I think that again, I've joked about it before, but I feel like it is very true. There's almost always one of those songs that I feel like every K-pop artist has to do like some sort of like island esque song. Like there has to be some sort of like island like flavor to his song in their like discography. I don't know why, but I feel like it almost always happens. Um, so in that capacity, I'm like, okay, that's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, overall, I didn't think this one was like anything to write home about. But I didn't think it was bad in the slightest. Like it's a very 21 song. So that's how I'm viewing it. Gunky says definitely not a song for me. That's fair. All right. We are keeping it moving here. The next one we have is Do You Love Me? Let's check it out. All right. This was 21's Do You Love Me? If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. This one's a blast. I like this one a lot. The energy on it was fun. I do feel like a lot of it also has to do with just watching this MV. 21 seems chaotic as all fuck. Like they seem like insane, and again, just given the type of music that they create, it seems very fitting. So I definitely like that for this aspect. Also, the MV was hilarious. Like super fun. Just felt it just felt real, and I appreciate that a ton. The song itself, I don't know if they performed this one live, but like I would say a large majority of their discography, and I would include this song as well. Like it just feels like a lot of their songs are just like these are songs that we need to perform live, and they need to be for like a large crowd. I would say more explicitly for this song, it just feels like a live song. It's like one of those ones that just is like you're just popping off. You know what I mean? Like it's just got that type of like strong like EDM vibe that I think only can be delivered in a live setting. So again, I don't know if they performed this one live before, but I think it would go incredibly well live. I really like the vocals in this song. I think there is like again, obviously there's a lot of great like rap moments throughout the song, and I obviously don't want to undersell those, but I think the vocals are really nice. Like always, I'm always very curious on how they like include like vocals in songs like this, just because again it's just such a party anthem. But like I think they did a great job, especially in the chorus. I will say that chorus hook with like Park Bom just it's just got a good like it's just got a good feeling to it. You know, it's got like a lot of it's in like that major key. It just feels very fun, very light, but like just very infectious. Which I think is great. So yeah, overall, I like this one a lot. Again, it's one of those ones that I feel like just would pop off in a live setting. So like I said, I don't know if they performed this one live, but it seems like one of those ones that just is incredible. So his says, "Oh yeah, the self MV," and shout outs to Doc 2 for the cameo. Very nice shout outs as well. So very cool, very cool. We got a couple more from 21, and then we're closing it out for the evening. But the next one we have is "Missing You," which I believe the Stitcher twin said would be my favorite tonight. So we're gonna find out.
그렇게 너무 편하게 굴지 마요. 아직 너와 난 남남이니까 어린애처럼 보채지죠 마요. 아직 시작도 안 했으니까 아이들의 불장난 같은 사랑은 싫어. 조금 멈추려 있을 뿐이야. 난 괜찮아. 아니야 사실 난 나를 떠나보낸 그가 아직 너무 미워요. 차갑게 식어버린 내 가슴은 아직도 그를 그리워해요. 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 그렇게 너무 밝히지죠 마요. 세상은 원래 어두우니까. You know what I said. 어쩜 그렇게 해맑게 웃어요. What? 자세히 보니 슬픈 표정이야. I know I've been there before. 어른들에겐 산적인 사랑은 싫어. 살짝 지쳐 있을 뿐이야. 난 괜찮아. 아니야 사실 난 나를 떠나보낸 그가 아직 너무 미워요. 차갑게 식어버린 내 가슴은
Minzy sounded great there. That is Minzy. Key change?
이렇게 끝이 나네요. 그대 꼭 행복해야 해요. 오랜 시간이 지나가도 우리 서로 기억해요. 그땐 서로가 있었음을. 그땐 서로가 있었음을.
Wow, interesting. I wouldn't have placed it to end there. It sounded so like, huh. Wow, all right. This one was 21 Missing You if you're hanging out. His says, like I said earlier, don't have a lot of them, but the ones they do, they fucking body them. Wow, this one was really unique. I could understand why the Stitcher Twin had been betting on this one to be one of my favorites of the night, and I would agree it is amongst my favorites for sure. I feel like I have to get through it to really kind of feel that it is one of my favorites. But I think to me what is really interesting about 21 is, as I mentioned before, the dichotomy of how they're able to kind of approach music. Like the last one was just like a self-made MV, right? Like, which I loved. Like there's something about it that just, inherently scratches that itch for me, and I appreciate it. But this one, in the same regard, I feel like scratches that itch for me in a different way, where I love, as I mentioned before, I love ballads, and so I think whenever you're able to show off vocals in such a unique way or a unique fashion, like I think it always intrigues me as someone who tries to listen to a variety of different music. I think it all is all culminated by great vocals, and I think that all the members of 21 really have it. Like I was definitely pointing out a lot more of what like Dara was doing in the song, and she sounds incredible. Obviously, like Park Bom sounded incredible, just because I feel like this is like these types of songs are like her bread and butter, and she does so well. But like, Minzy and CL also, like, again, being more acquainted to like the rap setting of things, I feel like they also just have incredible vocals, and they're able to just deliver. And I know Dara also does some rapping as well, and I think they just commingle in such a unique way that in a song like this, you're just like, damn, they're all really talented. They all are bringing, their vocal talents to the table, and so you get to see it in a different way that you wouldn't particularly see it in that light. And I thought this was really nice. I think the instrumentation was really unique too. Like I like that like bubble like type effect or like sound bite. I thought that was interesting. At first I was like, I don't know if I really get it, but I think it like really works in a unique way that I don't think I've heard in K-pop thus far. But I really appreciate that a ton. And I think like the song was like so good. And then once they got into that key change, it was like, wow, they really threw it in such a unique and different like thought process that I was like, damn, that's really cool. And for them to all kind of step up to the plate and hit like a higher key, I think is also really impressive as well. Cause like, like a key change is impressive when you have like one person singing the song, but like to have a group and them all like being able to just nail it vocally as well once you hit a key change, I think is also really incredible as well too. So, I feel like this is going to be very close. I would probably say, just as a asterisk, I'd probably say this is again amongst my favorites from this evening. So not really surprised, but Gungy says it's the song, vocals and all exclamation marks. But yeah, I think they've really shown that they can be so versatile, and you love to see it. So very nice. We're going to keep it moving. We got a couple more. This next one is Happy. So let's check it out.
가끔은 내 생각할까 아님 너무 희미해 그 의미조차 어색해 널 보는 후로 매일매일 홀로 지난 시간에 집착해 이제 조
Ooh, that falsetto is so nice.
행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I hope you're Happy. 행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I wish you're Happy. Thought we had it together, but well. 난 노력했어 in every way. 밤낮을 새서 널 기다릴 때. 나란 여자 안에서 사랑 안에서 행복하지 않다 너의 말 wait. 제대로 먹었어 pow. 너무 아파 내 맘 ouch. Thought you was happy but you turned me out. 쿨한 척하느라 참은 눈물이 널 향한 내 진실된 마음. 아쉽기라도 했다면 미련이 남았다면 이렇게 차갑진 못할 텐데. 사랑하기는 했는지 다 거짓이었는지 바보처럼 눈치도 못 챈 채. Oh no I didn't cry. 어차피 누굴 원망해봤자 달라질 건 없어 다 끝이니까. 널 위한 슬픈 bye. 내가 없어야 행복하니까. 몹시 없는 happy but I hope you're happy. 멀리서 난 널 지켜볼게. 몹시 없는 happy but I hope you're happy. 모든 기억들은 뒤로 한 채. 행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I hope you're Happy. 행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I wish you're Happy. 너라도 행복해야 happy ending. 날 비고 네가 아니야 다 진심인 거 알아줘. 너라도 행복해야 happy ending. 날 비고 네가 아니야 다 진심인 거 알아줄래. 몹시 없는 happy but I hope you're happy. 멀리서 난 널 지켜볼게. 몹시 없는 happy but I hope you're happy. 모든 기억들은 뒤로 한 채. 행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I hope you're Happy. 행복하게 날 잊고 살아줘. I wish you're Happy.
All right, this was 21's Happy if you're hanging out. I thought this was solid. I also enjoyed this one. I feel like it is very simple, and I don't want to say that in I feel like sometimes when people say songs are simple, it's um you know, I feel that that is often a negative connotation, but like I think simplicity is always really nice. Like there isn't anything that I feel is out there for me. You know what I mean? Like 21 songs can either be a ballad song or they can be some sort of like crazed EDM YG festival type song, and this one does not feel that way. You know what I mean? And so I like it for that aspect where it's telling you what it is and that's what it is. You know what I mean? Like there isn't anything to hide behind, there isn't anything to like go crazy with. Like it feels very much, you know, it feels very unadulterated, and so I think for that capacity I really like it. I think vocally this was really great as well too. Like I really enjoyed Park Bo's vocals in this song. I think she's just got such a unique vocal tone, and I think it is highlighted really well in the song. Like her transition from like head voice to like falsetto tone is so nice, and I think she gets to utilize it a couple different times throughout the song, so I really appreciate that a ton. I also really liked the chorus of the song. I think it is so infectious. I love when groups and artists just in general spell out like the name of their song. Like I don't know. There's just something about the cadence of the way that they said happy that I was just like, man, it just scratches that itch for me that I really like. So I thought that was great. I think probably my only thing that I wasn't really like, it wasn't a negative for me, but like I wasn't really feeling it was CL's rap verse. I feel like that one just felt forced, and I like it didn't feel like it needed to be a part of the song. Like I think if she sang it like with like the same sort of like maybe not even for the same sort of emphasis, but like I do feel like it is kind of like something that sticks out in the song to me, and like you can either like that it sticks out in the song, or for my perspective, it is just something that I wish would have just been. I think she could have sung it, and it would have been better for me personally. But you know, if you like the rap verse from CL in the song, then hey, more power to you. Um, but yeah, overall, I thought this was very nice. Like I said, nothing crazy, nothing super out there, but I think it hits the marks for sure. So, his says, let's get the vibes back up. Sidra Twin says, Sanadara's hair in this one is wild. I will say she's got some wild hair. She's had some wild hairstyles throughout 21, so that's pretty nuts. And then his says, I'll tell you what, I'm real happy right now. Well, I am happy that we're jumping into 21. So very cool. We are keeping it moving here. We've got 3 more left. We've got Come Back Home next. We actually have 2 more, Gunky.
유일하게 남은 거라고 너의 그림자 외로움보다 그리움이 날 괴롭힌다 손에 잡힐 것만 같은 너의 웃음소리 모래성처럼 힘없이 흩어진 순간들이 매일 밤 가위처럼 날 눌러 꿈속에서조차 네 이름을 또 불러 모든 걸 변하게 하는 시간 앞에도 변하지 않는 건 나는 너의 queen you my ruler 아무 대답 없는 네가 너무 밉지만 가끔은 너도 나를 그리워할까 yeah. 너는 시간 속에 갇혀버린 난 앞을 볼 수가 없어 너무 두려워 아직도 못다한 많은 날들이 기다리고 있을 것만 같아
What? Oh no. What? Oh no. I can't believe it. I thought for sure they were gonna go for another ending. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, that was Come Back Home from 21 if you're hanging out. His says, fun fact, they mixed the acoustic version into the studio version for this MV. An amazing choice, but I'm mad there's not an official version outside of the MV. I did not know that. That is very interesting. His says, ugh, just transported me back in time, back when I didn't pay bills. Oh, I feel that. I am very confused by this song, and not like in a bad way. I always like to try to do my best to hear the songs out. Obviously, I'll go back to Come Back Home because we are here. But I thought it was interesting. Like the song starts off in this like more subdued fashion, and the song kind of builds, and then as you get to the chorus, like I really love the way that the chorus is set. Like I feel like I don't know if it's because I'm maybe mixing up like the way that this song is structured out, just the way that it is set up. But the section where Park Bom is doing like the Come Back Home section, like I think that's such a beautiful vocal section. I think again I really have kind of appreciated a lot of her vocal styling a ton, and I think it works out really well. And then as the song could progress, you get that Come Back Home again, but then you get like that EDM beat and like the crazy, like obviously those like ping ponging synths. It's very unique and very interesting, but feels very YG in that aspect. And then you got that like acoustic guitar segment where I was like very confused. Because I really like that a lot, and I think if it was transitioned a little bit better, it would have more of an impact. But just again, maybe just for the studio version, they weren't really able to, stick the landing on that one, unfortunately. But I really like the acoustic section, and I wish there was a little bit longer of a part in that song. But overall, I thought this one was a little bit of a mixed bag for me. There's definitely moments of the song that I like. But also at the same point, like there was definitely some like missteps on my for my personal taste where I was like, ooh, I don't know how I really feel about that. The bridge was really cool as well in this song, like, and then just the ending of the song. I thought for sure they were gonna do one like final section of the song, but I guess they kind of wanted to trail it off. I think the transition at the end could have been done a little bit better. The song feels like you're going to get another part, and there really isn't another part to that song. So I don't know if that's on purpose. I would imagine probably is to some degree, but I would have wished that there would have been like, even if it was like half a chorus, I think it would have landed a little bit better if it was like if it was like transitioned a little bit more. But yeah, that's my piece on this song. But yeah, overall it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't like my favorite from tonight, but like I understand if people enjoyed this one. Very interesting. Everyone looked confused. Everyone in chat seemed very confused at this song. So other than his, so very interesting. We're gonna keep it moving. We've got Gotta Be You next.
새로만 남은 시도 왠지 몰라도 여전히 네가 많이 미워 아직도 운명 같던 만남이 이제 네 매서남이 되어서 나가서 아직도 맴도는 너의 향기 We used to be all turned up 우리 멀어졌어 점점 넌 아니라 했지만 두고 봐 사랑의 역전 오늘도 외쳐 예전처럼 Let's go 앞으로 rewind 처음으로 XO 아직도 널 잊지 못하고 있는 내 모습이 나 싫은데 잊으려 해도 그게 안 돼 Everyday 너 아니면 난 난다고 끝이란 있을 수 없다고 It ain't over till it's over It ain't over till it's over
Ooh.
It ain't over till it's over. It's gotta be you. 다시 날 가도 너라는 감옥에 너 없는 현실이 다 okay. 죽을 만큼 힘들어도 I don't care. 난 여운이 까먹음이 아홉개. 수백 번 날 부셔도 매섭게 몰아치는 너란 파도 I'm okay. 아파도 사랑 앞에 난 desperado. 누가 뭐라 하던 간에 난 아무도 상관 안 해. 우리 같이 춤추던 그 노래는 아직 안 끝나기에 널 향해 지금 외쳐 예전처럼 Let's go. 앞으로 rewind 처음으로 XO. 마지막이라고 차갑게 말하던 네 모습이 싫은데 지우려 해도 자꾸 난 널 잃네. 너 아니면 안 된다고 끝이란 있을 수 없다고. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's 너의 사랑이 날 멈춰도 널 아프게 안 돼도 내겐 오직 너 하나뿐. 내 사랑은 나로 시작돼 너로 끝나. 이 자리에 waiting for you. 너 아니면 돼. No. 나 원한 only. 너 아니면 돼. No. 내 곁에 너 아니면 안 돼. 눈을 감아도 생각나. 네 얼굴 표정 하나하나. 넌 나의 처음이자 마지막 사랑이야. Don't say goodbye. 너의 사랑이 날 멈춰도 난 아프게 안 돼도 내겐 오직 너 하나뿐. 내 사랑은 너로 시작해 너로 끝나. 이 자리에 waiting for you. 너 아니면 돼. No. 나 원한 only. 너 아니면 돼. No. 내 곁에 너 아니면 안 돼.
All right. This is 21's Gotta Be You if you're hanging out. We've got one more after this. I thought this was good. I feel like we're back on the train for 21 for me. I like the softer like verses and then obviously that build like that EDM build in for the pre-chorus and then you get into that really fun like EDM dancey sort of chorus. I think that's been really really fun. But I thought this was nice. I definitely like this one a little bit more. It's probably not one of my favorites of tonight, but I definitely appreciate like the musicality of it. I would say this definitely has some of my favorite like CL verses so far. Like this one had the most CL, I would say, amongst the songs we've listened to. She really had a larger footprint on the song and well deserved. She's got such a like commanding sort of like rap tone in my opinion. And I feel like she really like emphasized that in the song, which I like. I definitely loved Park Bom in the chorus. I think again, she's the queen of a really fantastic chorus, and I think this one is another one where I think she knocked it out of the park. I like the bridge. I thought it was definitely a nice little change of pace, but definitely felt still within the realm of the song. But yeah, overall, this one didn't seem as crazy that I feel like we've heard tonight from from I don't know what I was gonna say Big Bang because I think YG was on my head, but this again feels very tame for 21. So I am a little shocked by this one. I think maybe that's why my brain's having a fart moment right now, just because it feels the most normal out of I would argue most of the songs we've listened to tonight. So very interesting, very interesting. His says that this MV has my favorite looks. I would agree. I like the fits in this one and the looks. I think they look great. Gungi says we got back to a normal song, and his is definitely the most normal of the songs we've heard tonight. I would agree. So very nice. We are going to be ending it off with the next song. This one is Goodbye. So let's check it out.
가지마 날 버리고 가겠단 말은 하지마 기억 속 나를 두고 떠나지마 날 잡을 수 없는 내 눈을 보지마 그냥 가지마 속지마 겨우 이런 유혹에 넘어갔지마 모든 게 영원하지는 않잖아 겨울이 가면 봄은 다시 와 알잖아 그냥 가지마
오늘이 지나가면 내일은 다를 것만 같아 너 없이 잘 살아갈 수 있을까
우리 다시 만나는 그날까지 안녕 안녕 우리 다시 만나는 먼 그날까지 안녕 안녕 Does anyone know Does anyone know How it makes me feel 우리 다시 만나는 그날까지 안녕 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 믿지마 흩어져 부서진 말들은 믿지마 너의 작고 작은 마음을 놓지마 함께 했던 약속들이 생각나 눈물이 흐른다 잊지마 가끔 힘이 들더라도 괜찮아 기대고 싶을 때는 찾아와 날 영원히 함께 있어줄 순 없지만 잠깐 잊어놔
오늘이 지나가면 내일은 다를 것만 같아 너 없이 잘 살아갈 수 있을까
우리 다시 만나는 그날까지 안녕 안녕 우리 다시 만나는 먼 그날까지 안녕 안녕 Does anyone know Does anyone know How it makes me feel 우리 다시 만나는 그날까지 안녕 안녕 우리 다시 만나는 그날까지 안녕 안녕 우리 다시 만나는 먼 그날까지 안녕 안녕 No 안녕 안녕
Oh, damn. All right. This was 21's Goodbye. If you're hanging out and you checked out the 21 deep dive, thanks for hanging. Let's see. The Citrus Twin says that no Minzy in this one. She had already left YG. Gunky says Goodbye is a fitting name for the last song. His says disbandment songs My Heart. And then unfortunately, yeah, that is the case. It is really sad. And he said beautiful song. Kaylee says, so yeah, they disbanded, but literally this year they hosted 21 concerts with all the members. So Yeah, maybe there's something in the works. Who knows? And then Gunky says that was a really good song. I agree. I like this a lot. Again, it's probably my heavy bias for guitar work showing. But I really like this a lot. I thought it was very good. I think the guitar work, as I mentioned before, the guitar work in the song was incredible. But I think this also showed off like a lot of the great vocals between Sanadara, CL, and Park Bom. Obviously, Minzy is great as well too. I feel like I would be remiss if I didn't say that. But between the three of them, I think they did a fantastic job. I really love CL's like vocal delivery as well. I think she carries a lot of that same energy that she does in terms of the rapping sections that I feel like she does very similarly with her vocals. She's just got like just a really good like strong tone, and I feel like it always works out really well. So I think she's really great in this song specifically, as well as like some of the more ballady sort of songs from 21. Well, I also really like Sanadara in this song. I think she did a really great job. She's got again got such a sweet tone to her voice that I feel like in these like more like ballady acoustic-y sort of songs, I feel like her vocals shine just a little bit more because they are different and they feel different. Um, so I love that elementation. I think it's great. But yeah, overall, I thought this was a good closeout to, the 21 chapter. Like I said, I don't know if they plan on, it looks like they did do a concert this year. So I hope that maybe there's something in terms of group activity that will be coming down the pipeline for them because I think they're very talented. And like I said, stupidly, I feel like we've taken a little bit longer of a time to get around to some of these like classic groups, and so I feel like I gotta pay the homage tax to them. Uh, much kudos to 21 for arguably paving the way for a lot of girls groups that are doing it. So his has got to get CL eventually. Gonna be sharing it during the chaos streams. Yeah, I have the only one that I have listened to is the Hello Bitches one, but CL is incredible. So you have to we'll have to dive into some CL on a chaos stream for sure. She seems like a very accomplished and very very talented artist. So, um, Kaylee says I should be specific. Concerts and a small Asia tour. That's fair. Yeah. Maybe, like I said, in due time, I hope that they're able to kind of come together. But favorites from tonight, that's going to be tough. What did I like? Clap Your Hands was good. I feel like I probably put Clap Your Hands in there. It Hurts, definitely. Um, I'll put Lonely in there. I'll also put Missing You, and then to close out my top five, I feel like I probably would say uh Ugly would be those would be my favorites. I'd say maybe honorable mention is to Gotta Be You. I feel like that one's probably my honorable mention. But other than that, I would say they have a very interesting discography. Like I said, I imagine like I think it just makes me more curious to get into some of their B sides and like obviously all of them individually, but I'd probably say that those were the ones that at least to me stood out to me. So I definitely like it. But yeah, It Hurts. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be vibing with. But yeah, that one was. I feel like if I didn't include that on my favorites, I would be stupid. So that's the vibe for tonight. So that's what we be doing. Sarah says let's see what we got here. I want to see what people's favorites were. Gungy says It Hurts than everything else. Kaylee says It Hurts. I'm the best. Ugly. His says Facts Gunky. It Hurts. Just hits different. I would agree. Sarah says I am the best. Falling in Love. It Hurts. And I did like a few other songs. I know. It Hurts was the vibe for the evening. So thank you again to Kaylee for helping me out with the playlist. Much appreciated. Yeah, so Monday we are doing Nizu, which I told Gunky this in our he sent me a message on Discord, and I was like, I'm still shocked that you had gotten that many points. I don't know how he does it. Like I genuinely don't get it. I like it still shocks me. I know we found out about it on Monday, but I like perplexed is the best. I hacked the system. Yeah. It's just crazy. Like cuz I don't know. Like I feel like the like it's wild. Um Kaylee says I thought you had heard a bunch of their stuff from Chaos already. I did hear about 6 songs maybe. I would say. I'd have to double check. I know I've heard a decent bit of Nizu already, which is why I was surprised that Gungi also picked Nizu as well. So unless he got something cooking up the sleeve, I don't know. Sarah says, I'm at 63K. Oh my god, you're gonna be there in no time. Holy shit. To me, it is wild that there are some people in chat that have been to a plethora of the streams, which again, much love. Thank you so much. I'm not saying you shouldn't come hang out. I appreciate y'all. But like, it's crazy. Like, there's people that are come to every stream and get the points like twice in a row. And then there's some people who's like, I just show up sometimes and I have like 15K. And I'm just like, how do you have that? It's crazy. But yeah, that is wild. Kogi says you haven't heard their new stuff and their first Korean comeback. You haven't heard much of their older stuff. I think it was like, if I remember correctly, I think it was like the middle portion. Like I think I had listened to, but like there's stuff on the like beginning half that I didn't like, beginning end of things that I haven't listened to, and then obviously since the last time we've listened to Nizu, there's new stuff that came out. So that's my guess. That's probably why Gunky wanted to do it. I was genuinely surprised. I thought for sure he was gonna hit me with the L and give me JY Poppy, but man. Gunky says the oldest song you heard was Chopsticks. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I genuinely thought it was I thought you were gonna put JYP. Like, no joke. I was bracing for impact. I thought for sure it was gonna be JY Poppy. So, Sarah says I could always surprise you in JY Poppy. I know you won't though. That's like, I mean, if you do, it's fine. I feel like at some point I will have to get it over with, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm not a hater of JYP by any stretch. I just thought it was funny. So. Kaylee says, I just remember Chaos Stream where not a lot of us were here, so me and Gunky both got like 6 to 7 recommendations, and all of them were Gunk. I do remember that. That was crazy. That was a fun stream. I was gonna say that was bonkos. So hopefully we'll never get one of those again. But not that I don't like having both you and Kaylee in the chat. Oh man, that was insane. But Uni says, don't worry, Gunky. We will have another 100K for JYP next week. I just thought it was like I do feel like it's fun. Like, I think the funness of doing chaos streams is that you just never know what you're gonna get. And not to say that like y'all haven't surprised me, but like it is also like cool that there's other people in the chat that are always delving out new shit. You know what I mean? So I just love seeing the variety of what everybody brings to the table. But y'all both kill it, so I don't wanna say shit. So Sarah says, IDK, what you're talking about, I'm full of surprises. You are. You all are to vastly varying degrees. So Kelly says, sometimes I put on my gold star playlist to listen to. It's just such a witch laugh. Yeah, it is a variety. I love that. And then again, as what I try to celebrate in these streams. So my next deep dive could maybe throw you off. Hey, listen, I'm down. I also would like to preface that it doesn't necessarily have to be K-pop, but I feel like since a large majority of you are K-pop, that's fine. I know Gunky had mentioned potentially Lisa in the future, the Japanese artist, but I figure I'd ask. Kaylee says I go from ballet to taekwondo, then live performance is crazy. That is fucking crazy. Sarah says now I'm afraid that funky artist Gunky has already planning his deep dive. Oh my god, that's great. Big time rush deep dive. I mean, if you got the time, hey, I ain't hating. Spice Girls, yeah, In Sync, Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, if I'm gonna age myself a little, we'll vibe. I'm about it. So I'm kidding. Wouldn't torture myself. I don't care. I'll listen to it all. I genuinely like to try to say I am well versed in trying to give it all some love. So, but